Now we have the B final of the men's Varsity 8. Lane 1, St. Edward. 2, Evanston. Forest Hill Central, third from the right. Fourth from the right, St. John's Jesuit. 5, Marietta. 6, Pioneer. 7, Cranbrook Kingswood, and 8, Huron. And it looks like Pioneer has had a nice start. We've seen them have good starts throughout the day as they move into the high strokes here. Still holding just a bit of a lead, but we see St. Edward, Evanston, Forest Hill Central pushing hard here.
Again, so this is the B final of the men's Varsity 8. So places 9 through, what did we say, 16?
9 through 16.
There we go. Of this Midwest Scholastic rowing championship. So of the region, these are some of your top crews duking it out for points relative to their men's sweep or their overall points. Perhaps some of the last races they have together this season before they break for their summer training, or if they did other events earlier today. But we've got a really good push out of, is that Cranbrook Kingswood?
Yeah, they've done, when they settled into their base pace here, they really just found a nice groove and have just been inching into Pioneer here.
Mm-hmm.
Evanston has done a really nice job of pulling away from Forest Hill Central there. St. Edward on the far side of your screen in lane 1, closest to that triangle buoy there, is not making it easy for Evanston. They are vying for first place. They are slightly behind, probably from this angle we're looking at, about 2 to 3 seats back. Still contact from Cranbrook Kingswood in the blue boat down on the near side of the screen, or the bottom of your screen here. Central has decided now to put on a little bit of a push here. They are dead even with St. John's Jesuit.
And really, kind of a funny observation here, but sometimes you see races and it's all this flurry at the start, and that's where you think the action is, and that's where it's really tight and close, and then it kind of gets a little sleepy there in the middle of the race. But I feel what's happened here is actually the inverse. We had one or two boats out ahead in the start, but I think all the crews, as they go down the course, are sort of turning up the volume.
Yep.
Each time they're going towards these different mile markers, milestones down the course. Now here at halfway, it's only gotten closer.
Yep. Now I want to bring your attention to that Marietta crew. I mean, you may think, well, they're the furthest behind out of these, but they have been inching into those crews ahead. There is, in my opinion, no difference in speed in any of these boats. I mean, the Evanston boat had an early start, but they have just been out there, and they haven't been able to really break free too much. They've got half a boat length of open from the other crews, maybe still overlap with St. Edward, but these other crews here are really fighting hard. St. John Jesuits making a strong push here. Forest Hill Central not giving in.
And that's really a way to end the season. To be able to go out there and just put everything you've got into it and have such tight racing, I mean, that's how you want to end a regatta such as this, is putting everything out there, see what you've got. And so you talked about Evanston being out in front. St. Edward, I think, has edged their bow ball further up the lineup of that Evanston crew.
Definitely.
There used to be a little bit of open, but now I would say there's probably about 2-3 seats of overlap at this point.
We're looking at probably about 350 meters here. We hit the 1,000-meter mark at about 3.5 minutes. So it is fast rowing. These are the fastest boats that you're going to see all day today. These Varsity 8s.
And the wind has died down. Early in the day, it was a headwind, kind of was a little bit higher headwind. The wind has died down, so we're seeing some faster times, but also some more skilled athletes. They're crossing our area here where we are at the announcing booth. We can see Evanston still in the lead, but St. Edward, every single stroke, they've taken a move. They are now walking on Evanston. There's a very strong fight happening between third and fourth there, between Forest Hill Central just ahead of St. John's Jesuit. Momentum with Forest Hill Central. But this is one heck of a race.
Let's hear you on shore now. Come on. This is exciting. This is as good as it's going to get here, where you have all these boats really laying it down here. The last few strokes, emptying the tanks out here. Got probably 5 strokes left from Evanston there. 6 strokes from St. Edward. Getting across the finish line. And there you have it. Evanston first, St. Edward second, Forest Hill Central coming in third.
St. John's Jesuit, Marietta, and Pioneer neck and neck there. Then Cranbrook, Kingswood, and Huron will round out that field. That was some really exciting change-ups there in speed, gear changes happening. People got the start sort of like out of the way, and then the racing happened, which was really exciting.